Tell me, how many people you ride with or that you know have a bike equipped with Campagnolo? That's it? Campagnolo's dead. Of course Campagnolo is not dead, it's just that for us here in North America, Campagnolo is not really popular. And there's probably many reasons for that, but the main reason is that most of the bikes sold here are not spec'd with Campagnolo group sets. So of course most of the bikes you'll see here equipped with Campagnolo will be bikes that people custom build, and those bikes are usually pretty rare, they're usually super expensive, and people that custom build bikes have specific taste, they want specific stuff on their bikes, etc, etc. So where does Campagnolo stand today in 2023? Well, it's a good question. I had to Google and see which professional team was using their group sets, and it turns out that there's only AG2R, one single professional team using Campagnolo this year. It doesn't mean the groups are bad, it just means that Campagnolo decided to sponsor only one team, or that most of the teams decided not to approach Campagnolo as their main sponsors. Who knows? Of course, Campagnolo is known for their group sets and their wheels, but they're also known for making one of the nicest corkscrew out there. For real. So what group sets do Campagnolo have in their collection in 2023? Well, let's start with the flagship group set, the Campagnolo Super Record. There's a mechanical and an electronic version called EPS, and both are available for rim brakes and disc brakes. And then you move to Record, which is like super high quality, but it's only available in mechanical group sets, rim brakes, or disc brakes. And then we find the more affordable Chorus group set, which is also 12-speed, just like the Record and Super Record, but at a more affordable price point. And finally, there's the Centaur group set, which is the only 11-speed offering in their collection. It's their entry-level group set, but it's also the only rim brake specific group set they make. So if you have an older frame set that you want to rebuild and you're looking for a rim brake group set, maybe this is something for you. And on top of all those group sets, Campagnolo recently launched the Ekar group set, which is a 1x13 gravel specific group set. So that group set is absolutely fantastic, it's very good looking, the crankset is a nice piece of art, the hoods have been remodeled, the cassette is really well made, it uses their new N3W system, which I really think is something other companies should adopt. But understandably, like Campagnolo is so small, I don't see how in the near future anyone's gonna adopt like N3W standard. I think in an ideal world that I would use the N3W system over the Shimano system and the XDR system, just because of how well it's made. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, beside group sets, Campagnolo makes wheels, and their wheels, if you don't know them, go take a look at them. They're absolutely fantastic. You've got the, well, now classic Bora wheel set, which is like their high profile competition aero wheel. You've got the new Shimano, which is one of the nicest wheel set I've ever seen in my life. And just recently, Campagnolo launched their new Hyperon Ultra, and that wheel set is something. It's clincher tubeless ready at only 1240 grams, which is very light, and the wheel set is also very expensive. And apparently they're making a tubular version of that wheel set that's even lighter. That's, I mean, uncommon these days. That wheel set is looks fantastic. 37mm of profile, 21mm internal width, which is kind of the standard these days. It looks amazing, it's gorgeous, and I'm sure the quality is there. So if you're looking for wheels that are different from what you usually see, like the Envy, the Zip, the whatever, you know, maybe Campagnolo is something you should look at. And beside their wheels, I mean, they do a lot of stuff. They do like small, cute products. They do like those corkscrews that like there's a base version, but then there's like super expensive versions. And I don't know if you can see in the back there, but there's a Campagnolo clock, and I've been wanting one for a while now, and I just got it. Am I helping Campagnolo survive because I just bought a clock from them? I'm not sure, but it kind of proves that in some way Campagnolo is not dead, because it's got so much heritage, so much history, that there will always be people interested in the brand, even though I would probably not ride a Campagnolo group set on my bike. And the reason why I would not ride Campagnolo is probably the same that most people would not ride Campagnolo in their bikes. It's just that it's so different. Not that it is bad, but it's such a leap when you're using Shimano or SRAM, or when you see everyone around you using Shimano or SRAM, to make the move, you know, to just say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna ride Campagnolo. You have to already know about the brand to decide to buy it. And not a lot of people are using it, so there's not a lot of people talking about it, so therefore not a lot of people that are getting into cycling that are going to purchase it. Also, because of about everything they do is different, like their free hub body is different, the chains are different, you know, like there's so many little things that are different that if you already own stuff made by Shimano and SRAM that are compatible with each other, moving to SRAM is gonna not allow using the older stuff you've got. Like let's say you've got a nice wheel set from a brand that doesn't do a N3W free hub body, well, you can't use them. Something has to change with Campagnolo if they want to move on. And although I absolutely love their free hub body system, I think that's the main reason why people are not into Campagnolo. It's just compatibility. If Campy would come up and say, you know what, our 12 speed group sets are 100% compatible with Shimano 12 and SRAM 12, people would probably move, you know, toward the brand a little bit more. If Campagnolo made a cassette that would fit on a Shimano free hub body or a XDR free hub body, for example, people would maybe, you know, make the move. There would be some sort of compatibility, but there would also be a reduction in the risk perceived purchasing Campagnolo stuff. I think that if Campagnolo wants to move on in the future, they need to innovate for sure, but they need to do something that will appeal to SRAM Shimano users. Also, the last thing, like I really like the Ekar group set. I love the idea of having 13 gears. They're not the first one to make a 13-speed group set. Rotor made one, it was called the Uno, and it had 13 speed. It was a hydraulically activated derailleur system. It was awesome. I've never seen one in real life. They're super expensive, but they're so well made. Like, anyway, back to Ekar. I think that group set should have been an electronic group set. I know that people looking into gravel stuff, they want something that's mechanically easy to repair, that you can fix anywhere if you travel. But the reality is that, especially in North America, if you're going to invest so much money in a group set, it's most probably going to be an electronic one. So is it a fail from Campagnolo not having made a electronic version of the Ekar, or just making the Ekar 100% electronic? I would say yes, but I'm open to, you know, a discussion about that. But I understand why they went mechanic, but still, I don't know, like the future is going electronic. I think they needed an electronic version of that group set. I also think that Campagnolo needs to revise its EPS group set. I really think the EPS stuff is a bit clunky, and I think Campagnolo needs to revise that as soon as they can. Probably if they launch a new 13-speed road group set, it's probably something, if I was them, that I would be working on, just to streamline it a little bit, just to make it a bit more modern, just to make it easier to program and adjust and everything. And yeah, there's something with the levers that, like, I don't know, there's something that has to be done with the Campagnolo EPS stuff. I have ideas, but I'm not Campagnolo, and I don't know what they're gonna make in the future, but definitely something that needs to be, I think, corrected for Campagnolo to gain like popularity in the next few years. So where does that leave Campagnolo in 2023? Well, I'm sure they will come out with a lot of new stuff. They just launched a brand new wheel set that's absolutely fantastic. So I don't see why they wouldn't be planning to come out with new products for the next few years to come. Let me know in the comment section if you are a Campagnolo fan, if you ever possessed a bike equipped with Campagnolo, and where do you think they're going? And what would you like to see from Campagnolo in the next few years? Maybe a relaunch of their old mountain bike group set? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Thanks for watching. Cheers!